Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 3. Now we're ready to face off against Breakman for one last time. No stage, it's just a straight fight. Now I could use the needle cannon, but I don't want to do that to him. I want to have a fair fight, a one-on-one, man-to-man, robot-to-robot in this case. Except he's actually still really easy. He does the same thing that he's always done. Stay up here, and he'll never hit you. Unless you miss your slide. And that's it! Now, I didn't really touch upon the story at all, because I never really actually knew it. I never really paid attention to it. The whole point of this was, for the start of it, after defeating Dr. Wily both times in 1 and 2, he finally gives up his his evil ways, and he joins Dr. Light again, and they make a peace robot called Gamma. But what happens is those 8 original robot masters, they steal, I think, like the energy crystals that power Gamma, so you have to go fight them and get them back. And then, I don't know exactly where the Doc robots come in, but then, of course, after you do all that, oh look, Wily's actually still evil, he steals Gamma and runs off with it. So, that's like the whole story for it. Didn't really care as a kid, all I just knew is that, okay, it's Wily again. Because they don't show it, like, in the beginning at all, or anything like that. It literally just jumps to the title screen, so if you didn't have the manual, you wouldn't know. The Wily stages, they're pretty cool. I like the music in them. I think it's not this one, I think it's either the second or the third stage. That has some really good music. Here for this water part, I'm going to use the needle because these guys are kind of all over the place. I totally missed, but he missed me too, so that works out. This way I can just have like a barrage of bullets up as I come down. Kind of give me like a protective wall, except for I got hit there. Now, since we are in the Wily stages, any weapon energy that we have at the end of one stage will carry over to the next, so you gotta be careful with your weapon energy. Use it where you need to, but don't just burst it all out and waste it, because it will not refill at the end of the stage. Here, though, we can get some back, along with some extra goodies. We're not gonna need all of these, but since they're giving them to us, it would be rude to not take them. Oh. For some reason, I missed falling to the left. I don't know how that happens. I'm literally holding left and it just doesn't fall into the spot. It happens on occasion. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, let's see if I can time this right. Oh, totally mistimed that. There we go. I kind of try like to do that as I'm going up the ladder, fire off a shot. Now, I better not... no, let's not waste the energy for that. We'll use it for this one, though. Just because he's up there. Could use coil, but screw that. Is just as good. Technically, it uses less energy, I think, if I do it that way. Get a couple more block puzzles, although this one's real easy. See, I kind of glitched through that part there, too. That one's just very straightforward. Get some power-ups back anyways. Keep the hard knuckle filled, because we're gonna need that later. And I immediately forget who the boss is. Oh yes! This boss is weird because I couldn't figure out what the weakness was, but apparently it's like any weapon. Oh, I used to use Shadow Blade all the time as a kid for this part, but you can actually use Top Spin just as well. What it does is it just launches out these turtles really slow at first, and then they get faster as you go along. But what I couldn't figure out is, I'd use a weapon, oh okay, it didn't do much damage, I figured that wasn't it. But you can notice, as you kill each one, progressively, they take more and more damage. I don't know, it's like one of the few bosses I've ever seen in a Mega Man game that does it that way. So, and like I said, I think you can use pretty much any weapon, and it just gets damaged like that, so I just like to use Top Spin for kicks. So already we're in the second stage, and they make us fall into those. We want to go to the right, though, because we're going to get some weapon energy back. I want to make sure that Top Spin is full. And what else? Magnet, because that's really useful. Let's see if we can get this extra life here. Oh yeah, we can. I slid across the whole thing. That was half planned, half luck. Now, you see these, which gives you a sign that we're going to be entering this kind of territory. But what I'm actually going to do is... Actually, no, I'm not going to do it. You can move back on the screen to make those bees disappear, but I'm not going to do that. I used to do that as a kid all the time, but we'll actually try to kill them here. Yeah, okay, we made it through just fine. Here is another mandatory rush jet part, but pretty much just like any other time before that was mandatory, they give you plenty of weapon energy, along with plenty of slowdown with these damn bees. Thank you. And they give you a lot of free stuff. E-tanks up the wazoo. It's ridiculous. You have so many, there aren't too many during the actual stages, but here, they give you a crap ton, which is nice, but geez, they're really generous. Now this, they of course, this is probably the one boss that they've brought back so many times in different forms. But we got the classic, like, clay monster thing. I forget what exactly they call it. This one's nice, though, because it's not as much of a pain. It doesn't take quite as long. Because, this time it's right here. You get 2 shots per. Because when he comes back the next time, he'll actually come back really fast. I don't have to wait quite as long. That was just the one thing I didn't really like about this fight, was just how long it took. Like, you couldn't make it go any faster. You have to wait. And if you screw up the fight at the very end, you get to do it all over again. Now this, I just can't dodge. I just can't do it. What I can do is shoot him in the eye with that. If you time it right, you get 2 per. Doesn't take very long for the fight, which is nice. Already 2 Wily stages down. 2 more to go. But we're going to stick with the same format, 2 stages per, so we're going to end this one here. In the next one, we'll take on the last 2 of the Wily stages, and then we have the final bosses after that. So, I'll see you then.